Reading Buddy 2.0 Plus presents tips to engage your children with reading. There is hardly anything better than reading to open the doors to the entire universe of experiences. There is hardly anything more valuable that a parent can give to a child for the long run than an appreciation of reading. Even better for the parent to show a genuine love of reading and expresses this while teaching the child to learn to read. Once children have learned to read without your help, it is important to maintain a regular regime of reading aloud together, even if it is only a few times a week, at a regularly scheduled time, so that the children learn to expect it. When the stories are intrinsically interesting to the children, but are a bit above their reading level, you are enabling them to stretch their capabilities and understanding, while also motivating them to advance their reading skills. And if you have several children, try to adjust your schedule so that you are able to spend some time reading alone with each child. Now, you don't have to spend a great deal of time reading with your children. And it isn't important whether you are a skilled reader. It is really all about the quality time that you and your children are spending together, sharing in the reading adventure. Long before children notice that there are printed words on the pages of books and magazines, they learn to appreciate the sound of language. Reading aloud with them helps them acquire listening skills and gets them ready to understand written words. When the sounds of language become an integral part of children's lives, their learning to read will be as straightforward as their having learned to speak. Remember, as you begin working with your children, that they are in a very different place than you are. They aren't born knowing that words on a page are formed by groups of letters, that letters come in two forms, capital uppercase and small lowercase letters, or even that words, in English, are sequenced on a page from left to right. So at the beginning, it's a good idea to gently bring these matters to their attention. Younger children often seem to become fixated on one particular book or story and beg parents to read or tell it repeatedly. Although this may concern some parents, particularly as they themselves become somewhat bored with the repetition. But patience is called for because there's probably something in the material that is addressing the child's interests or emotional needs. And introducing a new story or book before repeating a favorite will introduce the child to the idea that even more fascinating materials await them in the days ahead. Even though the child may initially grow fond of a particular book or story because of its entertainment value, parents should be alert to the opportunities presented for teaching on a larger scale. Consider beginning a conversation with the child about the characters in the story. Which are the favorite? Why? How do the characters relate to one another? Are there some hints in the story about their values and expectations? What are the possible consequences of their actions? Is there a moral that can be expressed in an age-appropriate way to the child? Starting early in the child's life and continuing to regularly read aloud together until the child is regularly reading alone will foster a lifelong appreciation for reading, an appreciation that cannot but help the individual understand an increasingly complex world. Using Reading Buddy 2.0 Plus, children can become third-grade readers in only about 1 year. Learn how you can use Reading Buddy 2.0 Plus to teach all of your children to read for only 23 cents a day. Just click here.